Wolf bought me coffee in bed this morning, which was lovely, and then made me watch Max and Paddy out in the lakes. So this morning I'm doing my own version of Remy and Selkie out in the fields. So this is our morning walk. No ball for Selkie this morning. Remy's got a bit of a cough. She's going to the vets on Thursday. She gets it every year. It seems to be getting worse. We've also got broken bolt on the fence, on the gate, where the horse has been leaning against it. So I bought another bolt and we're going to try and fix that as well this morning. Well, the bolt thing didn't go according to plan, so that's a job for another day. That's Louise. Naomi and Mouse. Selkie and Remy. Well, at least it's dry. It's cold, but it's been so wet that the fields have just been stodgy. It's drying out so quickly. The ground is now starting to crack where it's so dry. Dries out very quickly. Up here we're on chalk. It was a lovely day yesterday. Sun was out. Skies were blue. I was in the veg patch, enjoying every minute of it. Morning, Boise. So today, I've put my shorts on. Maybe that was a mistake because it is a bit fresh, but I'm hoping this will be the beginning of my short season. Grace is working. Luckily for me, I've now finished work and enjoying the spring, which is fabulous. Hate winter. Just makes you blue, brings you down, brings me down anyway. Spring and a bit of sunshine makes a huge amount of difference. It's just so nice when the sun's out. Planted all my potatoes, they're in, which is good. Hoping for a good harvest this year. Put about 50 spuds in, so should do well. Grew them for the first time last year, which was great. I got a couple of wheelbarrow fulls and we've just eaten the last of them. Well, I took the last of them out of the garage yesterday actually. Probably about £10 of potatoes left. And they're going to go in the house. But I have a year's worth of experience under my belt now. And I'm hoping for a better harvest this year. I think I pulled some of the main crop potatoes too early. We're coming into the woods. I love this place. There's about 4 acres of woodland here. There's no bluebells up at the moment. They are starting to come through. Some there. I don't know if you can see them. There we are. But they're not blooming yet. A bit early. Middle of April maybe, end of April. We should start seeing the bluebells. Yeah, we've got 4 acres of woodland, and we planted 1,800 trees to extend the wood by another probably 4 acres. That was probably about 5 years ago, but the trees haven't established very well, to be honest, and the ones that have are very, very slow to establish themselves. But hopefully we'll get some that come to maturity. Had a lot of storm damage up here. This tree here, it's probably a similar size to that one. It's probably about 45, 50 foot. And that came down a couple of storms ago actually. That's been down a little while now. So that's going to be sawn up for, I'm hoping to plank it actually. I've got a 22-inch chainsaw coming, so hopefully we'll get some planks out of that, and we'll see how that goes. Sit. Good girls. Winning. Winning. Remy, eat some of this weed, this dogweed that's growing. It looks like grass, but it's not. It's actually a weed. We think that that's having some sort of impact on her cough. But, she had a scope down her last year. She had X-rays, ultrasounds, and they just couldn't find anything wrong, which is bizarre, you know. It's just, it's definitely seasonal. She's much better in the winter. It's a tree that come down. It was actually split like that for some time. I mean, it's bigger now, the split, of course, but yeah, it's a big tree. There's a way back there. Hopefully we get some nice logs out of that. It's the time of year when we start thinking about coming up here and having a nice tidy up. The winds, it just decimates everything. So we come up, pick all the, well, as much debris as we can. I mean, there's another, I don't know if you can see it, another tree down there. That's just a branch that's come off of one of the trees. Probably ash. There's a disease in the ash trees called ash dieback, and it basically rots the tree from the inside. and that's where it broke off there, look. Just there. Yeah. And of course, once it starts rotting from the inside, then the tree gets weak and eventually comes down. We've had quite a few down, to be honest with you, which is, in some respects, it's quite nice because we can use them for firewood, and it takes the danger aspect out of taking them down with the chainsaw. So yeah, here's one, look. Look at that tree there. I don't know, you can see that's rotten, but inside there's a hole, and that hole will go right back into the core of the tree, and eventually it will become so weak that if it's not taken down, will come down, and that is a big tree. Of course, it's people around, it's very dangerous as well. So yeah. Don't know what they're growing out in that field this year. They normally grow grass for the a specific type of grass. I don't know what it is, but it must be some sort of high energy grass for the lambs, which that sort of looks like actually. Let's go see if we can have a look. Yeah, so they're growing grass out there at the moment. Probably make hay actually. They've done that before as well. They've let the lambs and the sheep graze it sometimes. They also make hay, and then they do a second harvest, and they sow wheat out there. And about 3 years ago we had a really dry summer, and they were harvesting the wheat, and the harvester hit a stone, a flint. It's very flinty round here, and it hit a flint, and it sparked, caught the wheat alight, and I kid you not, I think we got some photographs somewhere actually. The flames, they were 30, 40 foot high. They were absolutely huge. I had I think 3 fire engines out there eventually, and I thought our woods were actually going to go up in smoke as well, and it came right up to our boundary, and Ross and I were actually in the woods. I don't know what we thought we were going to do, but we were up there with brooms and things to try and tamp out anything that came into the woods, but eventually it just got too dangerous and far too much smoke, and we had to abandon it. But luckily for us, the fire didn't extend into the woods, because I think it would have taken the whole lot out. It was that dry, it was unbelievable. Selkie, no. Beautiful view across the valley. It's cloudy today. I'm hoping there'll be some sunshine, especially as I've got my shorts on. But, what a view. I love this place. Beautiful. Anyway, that just about concludes our first walk for the day. We'll be having a couple more, I'm sure. But, I'll leave you to it. Bye for now.